Well, welcome and good evening, you wonderful dice of all alignments. I am Lunar D8, and this is the next visual novel. Hold on, I need to... Hold up. I need to double check something. Does look like we're recording. Occasional... Can't read over that. Okay, this game includes occasional... something plots. When shocked or surprised... Please scream loudly and disturb your neighbors. What? But yeah, this is the next visual. I have another menu popped open because I was trying to double check my recording. So now, okay, but yeah, I don't know what. Like, I'm confused. I'm very confused. But. Okay, here's the thing. This is the next visual novel. I finished Crimson Gray, both the original and Dusk and Dawn. I would suggest playing it, and I'd say doing the order it's meant to, and play one, you definitely have to play the other. They both complement each other amazingly well. But I recorded episode End of the Gungeon. It's currently uploading, and this is the next visual novel. It's either called Will, A Wonderful World, or Ill Will. It's kind of odd given the way it's written. Now, this game includes occasional something plot. Like, if it's sex plots, I can't show you guys graphic, explicit things. And if it's scary things, or does it mean it actually reacts to my voice? Does this game actually react to my voice? That's going to make recording it a little weird. To guarantee the best experience, please pick a dark night. Make some hot coffee, have some tissues ready, and put on your headphones. Then start your adventure. Tissues? Tissues for what? For jacking off? I don't feel that's appropriate. Not for YouTube. Come on, we're all men of culture here. I am not sure what to expect. But as you can see, here's the starting screen. And the lesson I learned from our last graphic novel, especially if I don't know what to expect, is that I need to very strongly make smaller parts. That way, if they show, just a vagina getting fucked, I don't have to re-record my part. Music's... I'm not sure what genre this was called. I'm going to turn down the volume. That's too much. I think this is okay volume. I don't want to go deaf. Okay, I'll turn it up a little bit. Okay, guys? That good? You want it louder? It's already loud enough. Fine, I'll turn it up. More? Well, come on! Even more? Okay, one more time. But this is the last time. That's as loud as I'm making it go. Okay? Damn. Anyway, as you guys can see from the title, it's Will, but there's an I there. So it's either Will, A Wonderful World, or Ill Will. So, I don't know. I guess all I know is this game was developed by China, like someone in China, and was originally in Chinese, but it's at least in English now. And it's got some weird mechanic about changing fate or something. And I guess whether or not things go good, I mean, if I have control over fate, I guess I'm like Yagami now. I have the fucking Death Note, but I have more creativity, and I'm a cute Chinese girl who looks like she's probably about 19 years old, with a modest B-cup bust, and a little demon wolf puppy raccoon. Panda Squirel. Anyway, first we'll check out the options. I wonder if the controller will work for this one. It does! Hopefully it doesn't mean we're platforming. Not in a visual novel. Options. Why is circle confirm? I'm tapping X at first and nothing happens. It's going to be one of those games where circle is confirmed and X is canceled. That makes no sense. Difficulty? Difficulty for what? Difficulty for what? Normal or lunatic? Normal, please. Language. English. Traditional Chinese. Simplified Chinese. French. Spanish. Russian. Japanese. English. I'm going to stick with English since that's the only thing I can speak. Okay. Okay. I'm going to make sure I didn't accidentally put it on fucking lunatic. It is not. I'll press X to exit, and I'll press go to new game, and I will press circle. Let's read what it says about it. Normal. Suitable for players who are not familiar with this type of game. There will be hints given in red text to help you navigate through levels. You may change the difficulty level at any time to change yourself. The door to a wonderful world is now open in front of you. We hope you enjoy your adventure. Lunatic. Suitable for players who have natural gifts in logic and deduction. There will no longer be hints given in red text. As an advanced player, you may still change the difficulty level at any time if you encounter an obstacle during the game. You may also turn hints on for certain levels. Nevertheless, we have complete faith in you. Good luck. So we're just going to go with normal, because I would like to enjoy the story in my visual novel. There was an urban legend. Write your troubles down on a note. Hold it in your hand at midnight and pray. God, please help me. And God will hear your plea and change your fate. It was only a legend, though. That has gone viral for a brief period of time. Excerpt from Modern Urban Legends. Okay? I don't know how to think about this music. It's not bad, but I'm not sure what feeling it's supposed to be giving me. Ellipses! Ugh, my head hurts. Where am I? What happened? You finally woke up. I have the AT&T symbol for a necklace. I've been waiting for so long. I was beginning to worry you might never wake up. I am a panda squirrel. It's a talking dog. No, it's not a talking dog. It's a panda squirrel. And you don't need to say, oh, it's a talking panda squirrel, because all panda squirrels talk. And are you my pet? My neighbor's dog Fluffy? My pet. My pet must stay calm. How dare you call me a pet? Do I look like a pet? You look like a panda squirrel. You are a panda squirrel. Well, yes. I am your servant. Don't you remember? Servant? Okay. Servant? What is this talking dog going on? Am I having a dream? Servant as in you can help me fetch the newspaper. Have you lost your memories? Lost my memories? Yeah, you fell down the stairs yesterday. Ow. At least I'm alive and not covered in bruises. Usually if you fall down the stairs, you get hurt worse than that. Then you passed out. Yeah, if I wasn't, I'd be cursing like Peter fucking Griffin. Thought you might have hit your head. I fell, but my head doesn't hurt anywhere. There's no bruising. Anyway, let's both settle down a little. How about a quick test? Now look into my big, beautiful eyes. And tell me, what is my name? There. Fluffy? Fluffy? My ass! Well, I guess you really did lose your memories. My name is Will. Sometimes I go by Willie. I can call you Genie, since you're a panda squirrel. Yes, Willie. Willy Wonka? No! It's just Willie! I don't own a chocolate factory! Also, don't you know that chocolate is dangerous for dogs? Oh wait, I'm not a dog. Oh boy, it seems worse than I thought. Listen to me carefully. I'm not a dog. I'm a panda squirrel. And you're not a human. You're a chain engine. That doesn't sound right. We are gods. Panda squirrels are gods. And so are Chinese girls and Japanese, Asian chicks. Not that being said, I've never actually dated an Asian woman. What's weird is actually, here's a funny story about. I did Ancestry.com a couple months ago because my entire life I thought I was mainly German and Italian and maybe a tiny bit of Scottish. I did an ancestry test. I find out I'm more than 50% English. And I'm around 40% Scottish. And like a 2% French and Irish. So I have 2%, French and Irish. But apparently, I am predominantly English and quite abundantly Scottish. Now that being set aside, all you can really tell looking at me is I'm just very white. That being said, I've never had any issue of people being of a different race than me. I don't see why people are racist or why people don't like people that aren't like them. That being said, I have encountered people that are racist, even though I try to still see the best in people. But usually anytime I hear someone say the N-word, I tend to go off on them and cuss them out and tell them what a fucking piece of shit they are. But, half my family's black. My stepdad I consider him my dad. He's been there since I was young. He's always been a quiet and emotionally reserved person, but I love him all the same. But it's just, I don't know. I've never understood why people are racist or had an issue with people of other races. That being said, I have actually made passes. Granted, I've had thousands upon thousands upon thousands of rejections. So, I've been with a few women, but I've had probably 10,000 rejections, and that's not even an understatement. I've literally been rejected over... Hell, one woman told me that she was rejecting me because I look too Jewish. What? Why? What? And heck, there was one girl I was dating who broke up with me and said her reason for breaking up with me was I look too Jewish. And I'm like, what's happening here? I don't understand this. Anyway, aside from my own confusion on that, I've actually asked out women of every race. However, the only ones that have ever said yes are white. Hell, there's never been a natural blonde or natural redhead that said yes to me. All the women who have ever said yes to me are white with brown or dark hair. All the others I've asked have rejected me. So that's odd. But yeah. There are many, many very beautiful women out there in the world. So, aside from my random tangent, that being said, it is weird that I'm mainly English and I'm I am quite abundantly Scottish. So that's neat. Anyway, what? Oh yeah, back to the Panda Squirrel. Yes, that's right, we are gods. How did you know what I was thinking just now? I'm a god, of course. I'm a god, of course I know. As gods, it is our job to change the fate of humans who ask us for help. Are you the god of AT&T? Humans encounter all kinds of trouble in their lives, and sometimes they pray to us, hoping for miracles, as they call them. What is she, female Thomas the Train? We can help them and grant their wishes. Okay? Or not. It's all up to you, of course. Wait. Stop babbling so fast. I don't understand what you're saying at all. I'm not babbling. You're just too slow. You know what? Let's start with job orientation, shall we? Come over here. It's time to do some work. Can I just pet the belly of the Panda Squirrel? Hold on. Are we starting already? I still don't have a clue on what's going on. Besides, didn't you just tell me that we're gods? Why do gods have to work? Don't lie to me just because I've lost my memories. I was not lying. In any case, if you don't finish today's work, we won't have any dinner tonight. Fine. See that small red box? Yes. That's a message from the human today. The human. Is there only one of them? Alright, let's see what she has got herself into this time. Not the first time this person's read me? Okay, it's fairly laid back music. I want to go home. Then go home. Or wherever you are now is now your new home. My name is Lee Win. I am a senior at Yignan High school. Today I went to a nearby court to play tennis for the first time since I had moved to my new place. It was a very poorly maintained court, so I guess hardly anyone ever uses it. You probably shouldn't be playing here at night. This is not safe. The light over the tennis court is maintained by some of the residents themselves. The dim light bulb kept making a buzzing noise. 1, 2, 3. I hit all 30 balls I had, so I had to pick up now an empty basket. Walked the other side of the court and collected the balls before hitting them again. No one else was on the tennis court. All I could hear was the sound of the balls hitting my racket and then bouncing off the ground. The light bulb flickered twice and went out. I picked up most of the balls and left the court. Walking towards the small alley I had walked through earlier on the way to the court. The alley was always dark no matter what time of day it was. I kept humming to myself quietly in my head just to be less scared. This doesn't sound safe. You shouldn't be walking around at night by yourself. And that's not just because she's a woman. Honestly, men too. I mean, I don't think it would be safe for me to walk around in a dark alley at night. But that's what guns are for. So that if I am attacked, I can protect myself. And of course, if you have a gun, you have to exercise self-control. I mean, you would never want to accidentally shoot somebody who's just out walking like you are, that isn't a threat to you. So unless someone actually provokes you and chooses to attack you, you should do everything you can not to hurt anyone. I arrived at my apartment and suddenly realized my keys were not Did you leave your keys at the tennis? I tried to think back, and here's the thing, you're in high school. Aren't your parents there? I must have left them at the tennis court. If the light hadn't gone out, I would have noticed that they were not on me. Well, this sucked. It was too late to go back to the court, not to mention that I might not even be able to find the keys without any light. A desk lamp was on in the manager's office, as was the radio, but nobody was in there. I stood outside the window and waited for a long time, but Uncle's son, who was supposed to be on duty tonight, never showed up. The motion sensor lights in the hallway kept turning on and off every few minutes. I was beginning to feel a little scared. A late-night talk show was on. The hosts were talking about a popular urban legend that had also been making the rounds at school. It said that if you wrote a note to God in the middle of the night, then God would solve all your problems for you. This is a long letter! Jing was really into this stuff. Well, if such a God really exists, maybe he or she could help me unlock the door for me? Or make Uncle's son come back to his office. So you're waiting outside your house right now. Please, please, Li Wen. Okay. Okay, if the light hadn't suddenly gone out, I would have noticed they were not on me. Okay. Well, 1, 2, 3. Do people always write to gods just because they forget their keys? Not always, no. But humans are exceptionally annoying. You'll see a lot more random nonsense of all kinds in the future. This kind of reminds me of a short game, like it was like a mobile game that Gray Still Plays played, where it was people writing him as God, where they asked the most effed up things, and he always answered the questions in the way to try to make the worst ending possible and end humanity. I'm not gonna go that route. Maybe on a second playthrough if that's an option, but I imagine it would just be you fail. Forget about why she asked for our help for now. Let's take a look at how we may help her. Now use this pin I gave you. We can slice this letter into several pieces. Now see, some of these pieces are black, and some of them are white. Okay. To prevent logical chaos, some of the pieces cannot be moved. These pieces are designated in black. Meanwhile, the white pieces can be moved anywhere, with one exception. No white pieces can go past the first or last piece. Now that you understand the limitations in moving these pieces, you may feel free to move the white pieces around. After you rearrange the white pieces, these events will happen exactly as you want in the human world. If your rearrangement has altered the previous causal links within the event, naturally, the ending of the letter will be changed. Well, that's about it. What? Are you telling me that I could change what has happened to the human by moving these sentences around? Exactly, isn't it straightforward? Oh gosh, that is so awesome. Can you do it too? Only the person who is holding the pen is capable of doing this. Go ahead, give it a try. You're like the fucking paperclip thing on the old Windows 98 stuff. Once you make your decision, just select OK. Okay. Light bulb flicker twice. So. Damn it! I pressed X. Okay, so I'm just going to make the light bulb flicker and go out after she picked up her shit. Okay, so they're making it pretty simple. So it's a logic puzzle. Pretty simple one. Basically, make the light bulb go out after you got your keys. Pie. Batman. Igloo! The alley was always very dark to begin with, and with the lights gone, it had become pitch black. I couldn't even see the hands in front of my face. I kept having a feeling that something was going to happen. Scenes from horror movies and homicide shows I'd seen suddenly flash through my head. Since I was too scared, I turned around and picked another longer way home. The detour was a crowded and lively street. It was full of people hanging out and waiting in front of bars. A lot of arcades were still open. I was planning to head straight home and go to bed, but I saw the latest version of the stuffed Sir Spotty through the window of an arcade. That means it's a term achieved in our archived in our dictionary. Humans' letters often include some special terms related to day-to-day lives. These terms can be highlighted. Since we are gods, there's nothing that we don't understand. Therefore, whenever we encounter one of these strange terms, a definition for them will automatically appear in our dictionary. We may either press the directional pad to see the explanation for the particular or browse all the archived terms in the dictionary. Neat. Okay, guys, what do you think about this mechanic? By the way, similar to the dictionary, we also keep a record of profiles of everyone who has written us. All you need to do is press triangle on the letter section of the screen to read about them. Oh wow, being a god is very convenient. Okay. Sir Spotty, a cartoon cat character by British artist Kevin Clifford. It quickly became a global phenomenon because of its unique style and laser-sharp eyes. They don't really look that laser-sharp to me. Its success lifted Clifford out of poverty and made him a wonderful worldwide sensation overnight. According to Kevin, the inspiration of the character came to him during a short trip. Okay. Fortunately, it was not for sale. I had to get it out of a claw machine, and I'm not very good at those. I spent almost the cash out on me, but I didn't come close even once. Miss, we are about to close. Please check your belongings and don't leave anything behind. I lowered my head in disappointment. I noticed that there was a bottle of some kind of drink on the counter that appeared out of nowhere. Perhaps somebody had forgotten it there? I picked it up and threw it in the trash on my way out. I got home and turned on the light, and all the boxes I moved in 2 days were still lying all over the floor. Tomorrow I'll unpack them tomorrow. I'm too exhausted now. At least the shower felt great. I got out of the shower and climbed to bed and immediately fell asleep. Good night. What was the point of this? Look, because of what you did, now it's the alley that has broken light bulbs instead of the tennis court. That doesn't even make sense. Therefore, the girl would not have left her keys at the dark tennis court. Even though it was a tiny change, you have indeed changed her fate. More importantly, you might have changed more than what we are seeing right now. The impact of this tiny event could last for a long time, maybe even influence her entire life. Okay, it's a little bit too loud. I need to turn down the volume a little. A chain reaction like this is called the butterfly effect in the human world. We still can't be certain of how big the impact to our future is going to be, but keep in mind that our power has a potentially dangerous side to it. We must never abuse it, unless we want to. I understand. Well, we are done with this letter. Let's go back and see if there are more. Okay. Being a god is so easy. Heh, don't get too excited. You still have a lot to learn. I have fetched the letters for you for up till now. So now you should be getting your own letters. I have placed a mailbox at the bottom left corner of the screen. If the flag is up by the mailbox, it means there is new letters inside. Did you hear a sound like ding ding just now? Not really. That's a new letter notification. Whenever you hear that, it means some new letters arrived. You processed all the letters at hand. Go and check the mailbox. Got it. Okay. Can I not scroll down to the mailbox? How do I... Oh, touchpad. Pick up mail. The last word. Oh, Li Wen got our message. Oh God, help me! What? That's concerning. Okay. Let's help Li Wen. Are they connected in some way? Sometimes we might see multiple messages from 2 or more people at the same time. Why do humans have so many problems? In a case like this, you have to read through both messages in one breath before we can start working on them. Huh? What are you doing? I'm trying to see how long I can hold my breath. I don't think I can finish 2 letters in one breath. It's just a metaphor. Well, what should I do to find the other letter? After reading the first one. After reading one letter, you may press L1 R1 to open the next letter. Whenever you need to switch between the 2 letters, just use the next letter button. Switch back and forth. Okay, I'll start now. The apartment building I just moved into was quite old. It didn't have an elevator, so I had to climb the stairs every day. Yes. As usual, it was already past midnight when I got back from tennis practice. I noticed something at my door as soon as I walked the 4th floor hallway. Was that a bouquet of roses? And the Sir Spotty toy I had seen in the arcade a few days ago. I had a sudden, sinking feeling of anxiety. I had been getting strange emails starting the day before yesterday. This was the first one. I had been watching you for a long time. Right back to me. And then... Okay. The symbols over there, I believe, are supposed to be roses. And that one of them must be a Sir Spotty. Okay, so roses and stuffed animal. This was the first one. Okay. At first I thought maybe someone had sent it to the wrong address by accident, or it could have been some random phishing email, so I didn't pay any attention to it. The next day I received another one. Please write back to me. What is that emoji? What does that face mean? In the comments, tell me what this emoji means. It's not really an emoji, but it's like a tilde, a greater than sign, a less than sign, a tilde over a... just an underscore. So, what does that even mean? I still have no idea what those weird symbols mean. I mean, it's a kind of face, but I don't understand the emotion that face is trying to... And whoever had written these emails seemed to think that we knew each other. My cell phone suddenly buzzed in my pocket. I had a new email. I clicked on the email app with a shaking finger. Okay, we shall finally meet soon. Well, you haven't met them yet. Well, I mean, I understand this person's trying to be romantic, but this is coming off as very creepy. Especially since you violated the boundary of her house. Would have been better just to say, in the first email, "Hi, I saw you." But then again, how'd you get her email? How do you know her phone number? How does that work? Like, couldn't you have just gone up to her and said hi and tried to start a conversation? I mean, yes, she'd probably turn you down, but I'll say this. At least in that, you maybe have a 1% chance she'll say yes. In this, it's a 0% chance she'll say yes. Actually, there's a 100% chance she'll say yes to the cops. Because what you're doing is very, very wrong. And, well, this game is taking a little bit of a darker side to it that worries me. I couldn't understand those symbols at all, but the words in the middle, all of a sudden I felt a chill down my back, as if I was being watched by someone or something. Okay, there's no supernatural things in this story as far as we know, other than Panda Squirrels and Chun-Li. When my body had frozen and I didn't dare turn around, I looked into the reflection of the glass of the window in front of me, trying to see if there was anything behind me. There wasn't. I was just being paranoid. Still, I decided to go and spend the night at Jing's place just in case. I walked toward the staircase, but then I heard it. Footsteps coming upstairs, closer and closer. Who could it be at this late hour? Could it be the one who written those emails? Well, here's the thing. You found roses and a stuffed animal in your house that should be locked. Even if the person's intentions are to date you, they obviously aren't safe. I immediately turned around and ran backward toward my apartment. But I lived alone. What if they broke in? It would force me into the corner, pull out a chainsaw out from behind him and cut me to pieces? Oh God, no. How are you having time to write this letter? I stopped at the door of my neighbor, room 414. I choose you. Help me. No matter how hard I knocked, nothing happened. I tried not to cry so much that I wouldn't be heard, but tears were already streaming down my face. Calm down, Li Wen. Footsteps stopped at the fourth floor and were now moving toward me. There was only one more corner between us. It was too late for me to hide in my own apartment now, so I took out a piece of paper and wrote a letter to God. I held my tennis racket up and swung it down as hard as I could with my eyes closed when the person around the corner. The person I hit wobbled and fell down the stairs. It was Uncle Sun. He said, "You killed your uncle! Oh God! You should have at least looked!" He seemed to be just going around the building and picking up the trash. Uncle Sun was laying on the ground. He was not moving. Yeah, he's dead. You killed him. You killed Son Goku. Oh my God, what have I done? God, please help me. Please, please. Li Wen. Sincerely, Li Wen. Next letter. It has been 10 years. I had been cursed since the incident. Every time I picked up my paintbrush, my mind would start tormenting me, wreaking havoc. For 10 years, I hadn't been able to paint anything. I was suffering, and I deserved it. Why? By now, I had spent all my savings, yet I was still alive. Is your leg moving in the background? Like the other girl, her hair was moving. Is your leg moving? Is your leg moving? A friend was kind enough to set me up with a teaching job at a high school. Teaching the art class I would start tomorrow. It wasn't particularly well... Yep, your leg is moving. It wasn't particularly well paid, but for someone who had been living without power, water, or heat in his apartment, it was like a burning pit of charcoal in the middle of a blizzard. You know, there are supposed to be things to help people in that situation, but I don't know how things are in China. I was really grateful to my friend. Ironically, I had just bought myself some charcoal earlier that day. Today, I thought I might be able to leave something worthwhile to the world as a painter before I died. Yes, I wanted to make one of those final masterpieces. I set up my easel. 1 hour passed, 2 hours, 3 hours. I had to put down the brush. Even if I managed to paint something, how would it be different from all the other garbage in this room? It would just be another piece of soulless trash, just like me. All trash. I poured the coal into the basin and put it on the bedroom floor. I put on my best clothes and I carefully made my bed. And I lit the coals. This can't be safe! I tried the doorknob and realized that the door was not locked. I chuckled. That was careless of me. I double-checked all the doors and windows, making sure they had been locked and sealed. I couldn't take any chances. I lay down on my bed. All I could see was her face. Here I come, honey. Sorry for making you... Is he killing himself? Sorry for making you wait so long. God, I am ready. Please take me away. When? Zaurin? This guy's committing suicide. He's gonna light himself on fire with fucking coals? Sir, you're in a building. You're gonna burn down the entire apartment building and kill everyone. Start? Oh, I tried the door and realized the door was not locked. I'm going to put it on the right side, and she's going to try the doorknob. And she's going to get in. It's going to save her life from the one guy that's a stalker. It's going to save Uncle's son. And she's going to save the guy who's going to burn himself with, George Foreman grill. And then bring down the whole building. And it's going to turn into Optimus Prime. Jumping on a trampoline onto Rammstein. Have you guys ever watched that movie? It's called It's not a movie. It's a music video. The music video I'm talking about is Benzine. If I were to recommend any music video or song out of Rammstein, I would recommend Benzine. You spell it Benzine. It is probably the most tame of their videos and probably the best way to introduce someone to Rammstein. So the name of the song is Benzine. They're going around with a giant monster truck. It's kind of loud. Volume down, please. But it's kind of like they're driving around a monster truck, fire truck. But they're, firemen, but they're causing more trouble. Since it will impact the fate of both people, you must be careful in making your decision. Okay, so there's only... Damn it! Son of a... I keep clicking X! God, I am ready. I clicked X again, but thankfully it didn't make me go backward. Please take me away. Ellipses, the game! What was that noise? I struggled to sit up in my bed. My head felt like it was going to explode. Damn it, just a little longer, and God would have taken me. Whoever made that noise, be it a burglar or a utility guy, I will never forgive them. Excuse me, sorry for my intrusion. I sneaked into my neighbor's apartment. It was completely dark inside and smelled funny. Damn! It was so hard to breathe in this apartment. I wondered who would live in such a place. I shut the door right behind me. I accidentally knocked over some jars that were shelved next to the door. And they made some very loud noise. Still, nobody responded. I suppose there really wasn't anyone home. I looked out from the peephole while I held my breath. A thin, old, humpbacked man walked by the door with empty plastic bottles in his hands. It was just Uncle's son, the manager, Hugh. This one is easy too. As Shakespeare once said, security is mortals' chiefest enemy. Volume is kind of loud. Turned down, like, music's good, it's just... I don't know, I'll turn it up a tiny bit, but it feels a little loud. Security is mortals' chiefest enemy, which could mean that overconfidence man's greatest enemy. What? Who? Shakespeare. He's one of the greatest writers in human history. Well, I do agree that some Shakespeare is definitely good. Though I would also recommend Homer's Odyssey. Especially the movie with, I think it was Armand something, but there's a movie about the Odyssey. I definitely recommend that. But Homer's Odyssey, and the Iliad and all that stuff. Overconfidence, man's greatest enemy? Well, but I am no man. Okay, then do you remember this person's name? Wen Zhao? I have to put a tip of tongue. Well, you should pay more attention. His name is Wen Zoran. Okay, I have bad memory. I get your point. It's only because you are just getting started. You will see soon enough. Okay. What does the yellow star mean? When you see a yellow star, that means you have unlocked all the possible endings of that particular event. Oh, should I try to collect all the yellow stars? Oh no, that won't be necessary. Our job is just to help the humans with their troubles. No matter how many times or we try, or how many endings we unlock, there's only one ending to each story that they will ever know. So it doesn't really matter whether or not we unlock all the endings. In that case, what is the star there for? Well, I know you're asking, but to be honest, I don't really know. In case there's a human like me who might get morbidly curious about it. Anyway, I'm going to end this part here. I will record more, but yeah, this is a very interesting game. We are 40 minutes in. So, hope everyone had a good day. Bye.